Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, the podcast. We have a very special guest today. She is Bostonicated. She's a proud mother. She's a culinary artiste. She's an internet personality who has went viral, which I'm excited to hear about that.
Oh
And
gosh.
she's from Omaha, currently living in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, LaShonda Cotton.
Hello, hello, hello. Thanks for
Hey, welcome
having me.
for sure, for sure. Welcome to the show. Welcome.
Thank
So
you.
look, we don't know each other. I've seen you around. I've watched you. I see you got a big personality. You be speaking your mind, doing your thing. So I thought it would be a good idea to bring you on to give back, to our fellow Omahans. You've moved away recently. You're in Florida now. First, I want to
hmm
kind of hear about that. This will be your what, second winter in Florida?
This will be my third. I'm
Third?
my
Okay.
third year. Yep.
So how you liking Florida so far? And what part of Florida do you stay in?
I live in Tampa, Florida, and I absolutely love it. The best decision I made. I mean, home is always gonna be home, but
Yeah.
this was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Besides the weather, what you like most about living in Florida, in Tampa?
I like the option of being able to go to the beach whenever I want to. This is a big old melting pot, so it's never a dull moment. It's always something to do. You'll never see the same people twice unless you want to. You have to be intentional about that. If
Right.
you see somebody and you like, yeah, you're gonna have to get it right then and there because you probably won't see them again. Um, so I like the diversity. You can turn it up if you want to. You can turn it down if
Mhm.
you want to. It's like you're in a vacation. You're in a vacation state, so it's always a
Right.
vacation to me.
Right.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And that's big coming from Omaha. I was talking to one of my friends today, and when we leave the nest, you grow so much. And so for you, being gone 3 years,
hmm
what's kind of been one of your biggest shifts to say, wow, okay, because you may know Nikki Perkins, my partner Juan and
Yeah.
Nikki Perkins, they
Uh-huh.
live here. And a few years ago when we went over there, she was like, dang, you know what? I've been in Atlanta. I think they had been here like 2 years at the time. And she was
hmm
like, we was lied to. We was lied to in Omaha. Like coming to Atlanta gave her an aha moment to say, you know what it is? It's better. And so I'm asking you,
hmm
being there 3 years, what's that aha moment or what kind of resonated with you to say, wow, like I really love this. This is different in that shift in your mindset living in Florida from Omaha.
For me, it's sunshine every day. And with that being said, it's always a high vibration here. To
Mm.
me, everybody is always happy. They're
Yeah.
always outdoors doing something, whether it's working out, the beach or anything. So it was the people for me and how they
Right.
acted. Very supportive. It's that Southern hospitality
Yeah.
here. And
Hmm.
when you're not known like at home, it's so small. Everybody knows everybody, but being
Right.
here and nobody has a preconceived notion about you. What you see
Hmm.
is what you get.
That's
So
good.
it's kind of like it's like a redemption type of thing,
Right.
if I say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can just the people and the weather, the high. I'm never depressed here. I
Right.
never
Right.
say I get bored.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
reason
That part.
to. Where at home you got the winter months. You go through
Yeah.
season depression. Cold and gloomy,
Right.
and
Right.
so yeah, that
Right.
was the moment for me was just the high vibrations. You
That's
have
good.
to you have to operate high. If not, you're not gonna fit in.
That's good. That's good.
hmm
Just like the ATL.
Yep.
So I heard your last name Cotton pretty popular in Omaha.
Yes.
I don't know if you any kin to Lynn Cotton.
Lynn
Um,
Cotton, my cousin, rest in
Okay.
peace.
Rest in
hmm
peace, Lynn Cotton. I heard
Yeah.
about her coming up with my boy Bernie. He grew up
Mhm.
down there by Vietnam, so he used to
Yep.
always say on Lynn Cotton and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah.
just kind of share. So for me, when I hear the Cottons, I think of like Don Moves automatically. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
that's all day. You know what I mean? All day. All day.
So
That'll never change.
yeah. So what was it like for you growing up? I know you're a couple years older than me. What was it
Mhm.
like for you growing up in Omaha as a Cotton?
For one, our family is so huge. So dating was almost impossible.
Mm.
Because it's always a cousin that know a cousin. It can be a third, fourth, fifth, sixth cousin. It's always a connection. So
Right.
you really have to know who people are and who they people are and who they people are. And if your parents are still blessed to give you that lineage and you could take that name back, but most of the time it was, girl, that's your cousin. I'd be like,
Yeah.
God, dog.
Yeah.
Dating was impossible. It
Yeah.
was impossible, next to almost non-existent. But there's a pockets here and there where you find some people, but
Hmm.
that was my biggest thing was dating coming up, and then we have a lot of females in our family, so the
Hmm.
ones that wasn't kin to you dating, you always have to worry about one of them messing with your cousin.
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah.
it's like, man, it was, yeah,
Right,
it was crazy. So for me, it was the fraternizing, the dating. That was a big
right.
thing. And again, as you know, us coming from a blood affiliated family, you got people that'll see you, because I went to Benson High School, and
Mhm.
Benson is a Crip school.
Right, right.
So you was already guilty by association. You're like, I
Yeah.
ain't no gang member. I
Right,
walk to the hall, they be like, there go that. I'll be like,
right,
what?
right. Oh, right.
Yeah, but if
That
you
word
want me to
still
call
kind of,
somebody, I will. That's
yeah,
really
yeah,
about
yeah,
that. So,
yeah.
but yeah, so it's just that having that negative connotation on you all, being associated with the blood gang because of your family and things like that. So that was the biggest thing for me.
So what made you leave Omaha?
I wanted something different. My kids had got grown, and they spreaded their wings. I'm an empty nester, so it's like,
Okay,
what? Turning 50, I'm ready to ditch the coach for the boats.
okay.
My daughter had moved here when she was out of college, so she was already here. So I was always back and forth visiting her. And
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, every time I came, I'm like, man, I gotta get here. I gotta go. It's time
Yeah,
to go.
right, right. That's
Yeah,
what's up. Shout out to baby girl. She took that
thank
leap.
you.
And yeah, you
Yeah,
got on down there. That's what's
yeah.
up. I see you got a big personality. Tell me about this viral moment that you had.
Oh
How did that
God.
happen?
Well, it was actually I was only here for a few weeks, and it was the night that Bud had fought Errol Sprints.
Okay,
So
okay.
I actually was supposed to go chef down there that weekend, but
You
because I
was,
was
because
in,
we had reached out to you.
yeah,
Yep, yep,
yep,
yep.
yep.
Okay.
So because of my transition, it didn't allow for me to, do both. So I was
Okay.
starting a new job and things like that. So down here naturally being from the South, they was all Errol Spence fans.
Oh man.
So, oh my gosh. So me being from Nebraska, you don't meet a lot of people from Nebraska here.
Right, right.
And so the fight party that I went to, I'm in there yelling for Bud, and they looking at me. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Nebraska. I'm putting my chest out. And after Bud
Yeah.
won, and it was just a. So then I'm walking out, and the guy, he comes up to me, and he was like, "Can I ask you, a question?" And he had a TV, a whole camera crew with them. I'm like, I'm tipsy. I ain't gonna lie, I was tipsy. I was a little
Yeah.
inebriated.
Yeah.
And he said, "How long does it take you to move on?" I was like, "Shit, all I need is my hair done and a babysitter." And I just left it at that. I didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah, she's
Just
slick.
me being me. That's just
Right,
me.
right.
It came out of nowhere. So like a month later, I started getting tagged in this video, and I'm like, "What
Yeah.
is this?" So I click on it, and it's the night that the guy asked me the question,
That's crazy.
and 45 million views and counting.
Mm.
That opened up a lot of doors for me, because I go somewhere and they be like, "That's the girl that said all she needs is her hair done and a babysitter."
Wow, that's
So
crazy.
I was able to ride that. I still ride that wave, to be honest with you. I was
Yeah, so
able
you
to.
so you low key famous down there then.
I mean, no, but
That's what's
that did open doors for me, because I was able to patent that slogan.
okay.
So that slogan is mine now.
Yeah, that was real slick too, by the way. You got to be an
Hmm.
artist, or that was a bar off the top. So, but
Yeah, it just
so
came.
how did you take that and run with it?
I'm coming out with shirts that say that. I've actually connected with a lot
Mm.
of hairdressers
Oh yeah.
that's asked me, if they can use it. I get paid off the voiceovers. A lot of the
Wow.
stylists and things like that is using that as their, to get their businesses going.
Okay,
So yeah,
okay.
that opened up a lot of doors for me. I
Shout out to
monetize with
you.
that. Yeah,
And
thank you.
what's the saying again?
All I need is my hair done and a babysitter.
Hair done in the babysitter.
Well, you got to put the shit with it.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got to send you the video so you can show the video with
Yeah,
this
let me
with this
check it out.
interview.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Wow, okay.
I don't still can't believe it. Like I
Wow.
get celebrities that post me, and I was on Media Takeout, Uncut. I had Jada, little baby mama. She did a whole video on me about that. It was like
Wow.
it was
So
yeah.
who showed you how to go on and monetize? Is that your daughter
I
or how
did
did you
my research on it. The guy who actually did the interview, he told me, he was like, "Hey, we need to get on this and monetize this right now, because
Okay.
the views just shot up, and it was on every social media platform. It's still some out
Mm,
there that I haven't even seen. I haven't even counted Twitter yet.
yeah.
So my 45 million views is from Instagram and Facebook, and then I know like TikTok got like 2.6 million. So
God, she hitting
yeah, so
numbers.
it was a lot. It was a
Congratulations.
lot. It was a
That's
lot.
what's
Thank
up,
you.
man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I see. Did you get a chance to go to the Plies All White party down there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Plies fan. I went
yeah,
to the
yeah.
one he had in Tampa, and I just went to the one he had in Orlando.
Okay, how
If
was it?
he ever, if he's, oh my God, it was amazing.
Yeah.
The whole party, the whole ambiance, the whole 40 and up with a good job. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's a networking thing.
Mm-hmm.
He lays it all out with decor. He feeds you. He has a whole spread of lamb chops, chicken. All of that is included with
Mm.
your ticket. So it's a really nice vibe. It's
Yeah,
really
we
dope.
were supposed to come to that too, but my boy, that's a whole nother story, man. We
Hmm.
we we almost ended up down there too.
Yeah, yeah. So I end up on his video.
Oh
I don't know
yeah?
how. I don't know how. I think I got a magnet. I got a magnet or something. But yeah, I ended
Yeah.
up on his video that he posted on Instagram.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you
it's a
doing your
lot.
thing. Congratulations to your
Thank
success.
you.
I
Thank
want
you.
to hear
Thank
about
you.
this cooking. I've never sat down and talked to a chef. So you like a real licensed chef? Did you go to culinary
I
school?
am. I went to Metro. I'm a real culinary. Actually, that I've been cooking since I was 8 years old. But in 2019, when COVID happened, I was
Mm-hmm.
scheduled to launch a fashion boutique, an online fashion boutique, Boss Fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And so COVID shut everything down. So it was a slow process with the paperwork and everything I needed. So then I'm a huge spirit person. Like God is my
Mm-hmm.
all in all. Like I'm actually
Okay.
in school to get another degree, to get a degree in Bible studies. But we'll
That's
talk
what's
about that
up.
later.
Okay. Okay.
So
Now I want to hear about that. I was going to ask you about your spirituality. We'll get
yeah,
into that.
yeah, we'll get into that. So when God speaks to you, when the Holy Spirit speaks to you, and if you don't obey, that can just be your purpose, your
Mm-hmm.
everything gone.
Right.
So he told me, he was like, I gave you the skill of cooking. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've always cooked for my friends, I've always cooked for my family, but I've never cooked for the public.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, why don't you start cooking? That's when they had shut down the school lunches, and so
Mm-hmm.
your underserved population wasn't getting food. So
Mm-hmm.
I started off cooking for this family that the mom, out of work due to COVID. She had like 5 kids at home. So I started doing meal preps for them for the week. And so that's how my catering just kind of like just took off because KETV had caught wind of it. They had did a
Mm-hmm.
story on me. I started getting other community partners to collab with me. And we started serving like 150 people
Wow.
um, during
That's what's
COVID.
up.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should go ahead and pursue my cooking. It's going over well. I was making money. With
Mm-hmm.
all the restaurants, I was doing. I was the restaurant in people's home. Like they were paying me to do their date nights, their
Wow.
anniversaries, just dinners for the week. I was rolling.
That's what's
So I
up.
was like, okay. So Metro had an online culinary class during COVID. Nothing was on site. Everything was online. I'm like, well, this is feasible for me to do because I'm also a paralegal.
Mm.
So it allowed me to still do my legal side, and I was able to go ahead and get my culinary degree. So then that's when I launched my catering business. So by the time all the restaurants and schools and everything got back to normal, I was already out there.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
already
okay.
built my clientele.
Right,
So
right.
everything had just took off.
Wow, that's what's up. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing that testimony. I didn't know you was that involved and engaged in cooking back home, and
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you took it to the next step when it got the license and now things is working for you. So what's
It
the
is.
philosophy to cooking? Like, how people would say, your grandma say, make sure you got put your foot in it and all this and that. Like, but from
Hmm.
a technical term, what's the philosophy to being a good chef?
You have to want to. For one, you have to have a love for cooking. You know,
Mhm.
for me, it's a passion, and it's a love language for me.
Mm,
And I come from a family of cooks. So when
right.
I was 8 years old, I used to be in the kitchen with my mama shucking peas while everybody else outside playing. Like I didn't want
Yeah.
to go outside and play. I wanted to be in the kitchen with my mom. Whatever she let me do, that's what I did.
Right.
So I've just always loved cooking. So for me, you have to have a love for it, for anything you do. And
Right.
that's how you know when something is your purpose because you enjoy doing
You
it.
enjoy it. Yeah. So
You
what's
enjoy
your
it.
favorite dish?
Oh
Your
man,
signature dish.
well,
Or
I guess if you
your not favorite, you're not your favorite. What's your signature
my
dish?
signature dish, and you can ask anybody back at home, is my Cajun pasta.
Cajun
My
pasta.
Cajun
Okay, I love some good
pasta, my
pasta.
gumbo, my
Yeah.
seafood dressing, them were
Okay,
some heavy
okay.
hitters for me. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. We got
Yeah.
to come down to Florida and check you out one of these
Oh,
days.
I'm definitely about to get it cracking down here. I got everything, the ball rolling down here for everything to get going. So as far as like if you go to one of these restaurants, you're gonna be paying $25, $30 for a decent meal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you mark what you worth, and if it's good, they're gonna buy it. People are gonna eat. People
Yeah,
are
yeah,
always gonna
yeah.
come back for good food and things like
Yeah.
that. So that's what I mark my worth. I charge by the person, so it's not like, oh,
Mm.
I'm doing a catering for 150 people. How much would I charge each person if they were to come to my restaurant? Then that's how much I'm going to charge you per person to cater your event.
Mm. Wow. So that could be a pretty nice
Oh
tab
yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But it's a lot of work. You know, I was a
Yeah,
one
yeah.
man show, so it's a
That is-
lot of work.
okay. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, salute to you. Keep
Thank
up the good
you.
work.
Thank
What
you.
would you say? What would you say to a young girl out in Omaha that's interested in trying to become a chef? What advice would you give any
I
young
would
chefs out there?
pursue it. Get with somebody, do a mentoring, do a shadowing. They have a program, a free program actually. It's called No More Empty Pots.
Okay.
And they offer a culinary certificate. You go for like, I think it's like 16 weeks. They
Mm.
actually pay you to go. So that's a good
Mm.
stepping stone to start there. It's
Mm.
called No More Empty Pots. It's for any young lady, even the older woman. They don't have
Yeah.
no age restriction. If it's cooking that you want to get into, and if you're not even for sure about it, take that course.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's 16 weeks. They pay you to go.
Mm.
And only thing you got to do is show up.
Show up. I might
Yeah.
pass that information along to my
Hmm.
niece because she like to cook.
Oh, yeah. No more empty
Appreciate that. See, you
pots.
never know the
Yeah.
nuggets in the gym that you get when you talking to people and being collaborative.
Exactly.
So I
Exactly.
appreciate that. So
Oh,
let's
no
talk
problem.
about your spirituality for a minute. I see you obviously God has showed up. You said you've always had a relationship. I see
Hmm.
you're not afraid to express your love for Christ, and I love
Hmm.
that about you. Where does that come from, and how has God showed up in your life recently?
I've always known that I was spiritual. I always knew that it was something out there more bigger than us.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that as a kid coming up. Like I used to put myself on the back then they had the church vans going to Mount Moriah. I used to get myself up and get ready and make sure I was waiting for that church van so I can go to Sunday school and things like that. So it's just always been I just always knew that it was something else out there. And when we played church, I always wanted to be the pastor. I had to be the pastor, the one up there doing like, acting like I had the Holy Ghost and all that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was always that person. So
Okay.
when I turned 14, I started going to Reverend Barlow's church, Grace Apostolic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I did a deeper dive, and I actually was gifted with the gift of tongues. So I've been speaking in tongues since I was
Mm-hmm.
14,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I actually denounced it because everybody my age was making fun of me.
Yeah.
They,
Wow.
they was making fun of me for, having that gift and telling me I was faking. I'm like, well, maybe I am faking. So I denounced it for a long time and until I
Mm,
got older and I had my kids and I'm like, I need to tap back into what that was. And
yes.
once you have it, it never leaves you,
Yes. You're right.
you
Right.
know.
You're right.
And also to backtrack, my mom died when I was 8 years old. She
Oh
passed
wow.
away in her sleep. So I was trying to wake her up. So I also
Sorry
back
to hear
then
that.
knew, oh yeah, thank you. I also wanted to know back then where did she leave and go? So I started
Mm,
researching, what happens when people die, like where do they
hmm.
go? And because I wanted to know where my mama went. I knew she
Right.
wasn't here
Right.
no more, you know.
Right.
And so that too also put me in connection with God. When you have a traumatic event like that happens,
Yeah.
it's nothing but God that can
Right.
get you through. So me at a young
Yeah.
age, I knew that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
praise God. Thanks for sharing that. You didn't have to share that. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that testimony. I'm sure it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be a blessing to somebody. They see you with your big personality and things you got going on. And a lot of times people see like a relationship with God like it's boring. And, if you find Christ, like your life is over and you're no longer living. So I love to see people such as yourself, putting God on Front Street and giving God the glory for showing up and, how your life is taking off.
Oh, absolutely. The Bible is a own reality show. If you can sit back and if you can watch all the housewives and baddies, if
Come
you read the
on, man.
Bible
Yeah, yeah.
and
It's a lot.
it really apply, they was doing the same thing back then. It's a big old reality show. It's like, dang, he had
You
that
ain't
many babies.
lying. Nothing new under the
Dang, they
sun.
was banging over here. Like it's
Right,
a
right.
whole reality show. God has a sense
Wow.
of humor.
Yeah, that's a
He has
good
a
way to
sense of
put it
humor.
too. You're right. I
So
appreciate that.
yeah. I enjoy it. I enjoy reading the Bible. That's why I'm going to get my degree in it so I can dig deeper and
Mm,
understand it more. That way when people ask me questions, because that's what
right,
we're supposed to do. We're supposed to go out and make disciples. Now, I don't want to be in no pulpit. I ain't saying
right.
that. I ain't holier than thou. But he
Hmm.
didn't say perfection. He said progression, and
I
that's what it's
love that.
about. So, understanding his word to help me more to bring people closer to him. So
Right.
that's why
That
I'm going to
part.
get my degree in Bible studies.
That's sweet. And congratulations and salute to you, Sean. I appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
on. Before we wrap it up, respect. The podcast is called Respectfully. How big is respect to you? How's respect served you well throughout your lifetime?
You know, if you don't have respect for yourself first and foremost, you can't expect
Mhm.
anybody else to have respect for you.
That part.
Respect is huge. Respect and character go hand in hand. You have to
Hmm.
respect yourself so you can respect your character, so people can respect who you are and what you bring to the table. So respect is huge. Without respect, it's nothing. If you can't give it to me, I can't give it to you. If I don't have it myself, I can't expect you to give it to me.
Right, right. I love it. Look, thanks for coming on. I learned a lot from you again. It's good to actually sit down and
Thanks
talk
for
to you,
having me.
seeing you from afar and how you move. And now I got a better understanding. And I look forward. We might pop up in Tampa and reach out to you and
Yes.
come
Please
support
do.
sometime.
Please do. If nothing else, I'll cook for y'all. I got y'all. I don't
Okay, we
let nobody
appreciate
come
it.
here that I know and I don't cook for them.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna hold you to it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you, Shonda.
Thank
Have a good
you.
one. All
You
right.
too. God bless. Okay.
You too. God bless.
Bye.
Thanks.